Most CRNA applicants obsess over acceptance rates, rankings, and pass rates.
But there's one factor almost nobody talks about that will dramatically affect your daily life for 2 to 3 years: curriculum structure.
Should you choose a front-loaded program? Or an integrated one?
I've talked to dozens of CRNA students and graduates, and here's what they told me: the curriculum structure matters more than most people realize.
Some people thrive in front-loaded programs. Others crash and burn. Same with integrated.
Today I'm breaking down exactly how each model works, the pros and cons of both, and helping you figure out which one fits your learning style and life situation.
Let's get into it. Text overlay, front-loaded structure. In a front-loaded program, you separate academics and clinicals into distinct phases. Phase 1 is 12 to 18 months of intensive classroom work.
I'm talking pharmacology, physiology, pathophysiology, physics, chemistry, all of it.
Heavy coursework. Simulation labs. Multiple exams per week.
You're a full-time student from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily, plus studying every evening.
Little to no clinical time in this phase. Maybe some observation days, but you're not managing patients yet. Then phase 2, full-time clinical immersion for 12 to 24 months. You're in the OR every day. Hospital-based anesthesia experiences. Rotating through cardiac, neuro, pediatrics, OB, trauma. Working 40 to 60-hour weeks. Less formal didactic, maybe online modules or seminars, but you're living and breathing anesthesia. Text overlay, front-loaded examples.
Examples of front-loaded programs: Columbia University, Duke University, University of Pittsburgh, VCU, and University of Pennsylvania.
Text overlay, integrated structure.
Integrated programs blend didactic and clinical throughout the entire program.
There's no clear academic phase and clinical phase.
Year 1 might look like classes Monday through Wednesday, clinical Thursday and Friday. You're learning propofol pharmacology on Monday and using it on a real patient on Friday. Year 2 flips the ratio: 3 to 4 clinical days, 1 to 2 class days.
More complex cases as your knowledge builds.
Year 3 is primarily clinical, 4 to 5 days per week, with occasional seminars, case presentations, and capstone work.
Text overlay, integrated examples.
Examples of integrated programs: Rush University, USC, Baylor University, Indiana University, and University of Tennessee.
The key difference: in front-loaded, you master theory before practice.
In integrated, you build both simultaneously.
Text overlay, front-loaded, the good. Let me walk you through the advantages of front-loading. Pro number 1, complete focus during each phase. When you're in didactic mode, you're all in on studying. When you're clinical, you're all in on patients. No mental switching between student brain and clinical brain. Pro number 2, better theoretical foundation before clinicals. You've thoroughly learned pharmacology before managing real patients. Physics and equipment knowledge is fresh when you see it in practice.
Less "I have no idea what's happening" feeling early in clinicals.
Pro number 3, more flexibility during didactic. Evenings and weekends are yours after studying. Number 4 a.m. wake-ups for clinical. More predictable schedule for family planning. Pro number 4, clinical immersion is powerful. Once you start clinical, you live and breathe anesthesia. Rapid skill progression when you're in the OR every single day. Text overlay, front-loaded, the bad. Now the downsides. Con number 1, brutal first year. Students describe it as drinking from a fire hose. Constant exams, massive memorization load, burnout risk is high. Your social life essentially disappears. Con number 2, your clinical skills get rusty. Your ICU nursing skills deteriorate after 12 to 18 months out of the hospital. Basic assessment skills may feel foreign when you return. Con number 3, delayed practical application. Learning feels abstract without real patients.
Hard to understand why this matters when you're memorizing drug mechanisms in month 6.
Con number 4, financial strain is front-loaded. You can't work at all during that intense didactic year.
Need to borrow or save enough to survive 12 to 18 months without income.
Text overlay, integrated, the good. Now let's look at integrated programs. Pro number 1, immediate practical application. Learn propofol pharmacology Monday, use it on a real patient Friday. Those aha moments happen constantly. Better retention because knowledge is reinforced clinically. Pro number 2, gradual skill building. You're eased into clinical responsibilities, not thrown into the deep end after 18 months. Build confidence incrementally. Pro number 3, maintain clinical skills. Your ICU nursing foundation doesn't rust. Patient assessment, for skills, critical thinking stays sharp. Pro number 4, more flexibility to work. You can potentially pick up 1 to 2 PRN shifts per month throughout the program. Easier to maintain some income. Pro number 5, no single hell year. Stress is distributed across all years. Less risk of complete burnout. Text overlay, integrated, the bad. The downsides of integrated programs. Con number 1, constant context switching. Monday you have a pharmacology exam. Tuesday is physiology lecture. Wednesday is simulation lab. Thursday you're up at 5 a.m. for OB anesthesia clinical. Friday back to classroom for physics. Your brain never fully settles into one mode. Con number 2, difficult to build deep study routines. Can't dedicate full days to mastering one subject. Studying happens in fragments evenings after clinical, weekends. Harder to reach flow state in learning. Con number 3, physically and mentally exhausting. Wake up 4 a.m. for clinical Thursday, class 8 a.m. Friday. Sleep schedule constantly shifting. Sustaining this pace for 3 years is draining. Con number 4, early clinical imposter syndrome. First clinical days, I don't know enough to be here. Standing in the OR without a solid pharm and physiology foundation feels scary. Con number 5, less clinical immersion. You're taking 1 to 2 years to build skills that front-loaded students build in 6 to 12 months. Text overlay, head-to-head comparison. Let me give you a quick side-by-side. Year 1 intensity, front-loaded is extreme academics. Integrated is high but mixed. Clinical immersion, front-loaded is delayed but intense. Integrated is gradual and distributed. Working during school, front-loaded is very difficult in year 1. Integrated is possible throughout. Burnout risk, front-loaded is high in year 1. Integrated is moderate but prolonged. Theory mastery, front-loaded builds deep knowledge before clinicals. Integrated builds knowledge alongside clinicals. Schedule predictability, front-loaded is predictable in phase 1, variable in phase 2. Integrated is variable throughout. Here's what matters most, neither is objectively better. They're different tools for different learning styles. Text overlay, which is right for you? Let me give you the questions you need to ask yourself. Question 1, how do you learn best? If you need to understand why before doing, if hands-on before theory feels chaotic, front-loaded may suit you. If you learn best by doing first, understanding why later, if abstract learning without application bores you, integrated may suit you. Question 2, what's your financial situation? Can you survive 12 to 18 months without working? Front-loaded is okay. Need to work 1 to 2 shifts per month? Integrated is more feasible. Question 3, what's your family situation? Single or no kids? Either works. Young children? Integrated offers slightly more flexibility. Need a predictable schedule? Front-loaded's didactic phase is very predictable. Question 4, how do you handle stress? Thrive under intense short-term pressure? Front-loaded. Better with moderate ongoing stress? Integrated. Prone to burnout? Integrated might be safer. Question 5, what's your study style? Need 4 to 6 hour deep study blocks? Front-loaded. Can study effectively in 1 to 2 hour chunks? Integrated. Text overlay, real student perspectives.
Let me share what real students told me.
A Duke graduate said, "It was hell, but worth it. First year I studied 8 to 10 hours a day outside of class. I cried multiple times. But when I started clinical, I actually knew what I was doing."
A Rush graduate said, "I loved seeing patients while still learning. Pharmacology made way more sense after I'd actually pushed drugs.
I never felt like I was drowning, just constantly busy."
A Baylor student said, "Waking up at 4 a.m. for clinical Thursday, then trying to focus in biophysics class Friday at 8 a.m. was brutal. I was tired for 3 straight years.
But I wouldn't change it, I learned better this way."
Here's the truth, both paths lead to the same destination.
By graduation, front-loaded and integrated students are equals. Different journeys, same result. Text overlay, the bottom line.
Curriculum structure shapes your daily experience for 2 to 3 years.
Choose wisely based on your learning style, life circumstances, and financial reality, not what sounds better on paper. Both models have excellent NCE pass rates. Both produce competent CRNAs. Both work.
If this video helped you, smash that like button, subscribe for more CRNA content, and check the description for links to everything I mentioned.
Drop a comment below. Are you a front-loaded person or an integrated person?
And if you want to compare curriculum structures across 140+ programs, check out CRNATracker.com.
Link in the description. See you in the next one. End screen, subscribe button plus 2 related videos. End script. Word count, 1,680 words. Estimated runtime, 10 to 12 minutes. Voice selected, TBD, A/B tested.